Hey guys and girls, and welcome back to Greatest Good Terror. Hope you're doing well and keeping out of mischief. I am enjoying. It's the morning, right? I'm enjoying the wood burner. I don't care that I'll put another woolly jumper on. It's just that sort of day outside. It's a bit misty, little murky, not too murky, just a smidge murky. And I'm going to treat myself to a bit of log burner. Little wood burner there going, little tick, 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 tick in the background. If you hear it, that's what's going on. Slurping my coffee. Perusing the questions And this one, mainly because of the amount of upvotes it got, bloody greedy on the amount of upvotes it got, I thought to myself, you know what? There was no readings that it felt like needed to happen yesterday. Had a little bit of a break, was doing a little bit of UK Nature Watch stuff. If you haven't subscribed over there, please do. It's going really well. We're looking for another location to expand into. But yeah, more about that later, But go and subscribe. We need the numbers. So please, link down below. So this question came from Cynthia, which unfortunately, I'm sorry, love. I can't say it. I think you've asked the question before. I can't say it like that. It's more of a kind of like Mrs. Bouquet kind of a Cynthia. She hates me. She really does. But this came in from Cynthia, which said, "Could you please?" No, I can't do too many voices. God, it's turning into panto. He's behind you. Could you please do a reading on the corrupt shadow rulers behind Starmer? Will they eventually be outed? Many thanks. Oh, many thanks. There was a few love and sweet kisses there as well. I did notice that. It was very, very lovely indeed. And this had 21 upvotes. Do you see what I mean? Greedy. Bloody greedy. So let's find out what's going on. And thank you very much indeed, for your question. It's very, very lovely indeed. Very, very kind. And we've got some lovely corker questions come in the last couple of days. It's very, very beautiful. So we're going to be working our way through those this week. And I look forward to them. It's very, very nice indeed. Thank you. I very much appreciate it. Love, sweet kisses to you too. Right, so let's have a look at these. Please, could we do a reading on the corrupt shadow rulers behind Stuttery Starmer? Will they be eventually outed? So, if you're new here, we do a foundation reading, which is these cards. We then do a little bit of gossip in the middle, and then we do an outcome at the end. Okay? And that normally gives us enough data and information and kind of like things to look out for and signs and that kind of stuff for this particular question. All right, if that sounds like something you're into and you want to do more of it, subscribe, ding-a-ling the bell and all that jazz over here and on UK Nature Watch. So I was talking to a bloke about bird boxes for an hour and a half. That's my highlight news story from UK Nature Watch. Don't get me wrong, it was a lovely conversation. I was really enjoying their company, don't get me wrong. But this is now my world. This is the sort of thing that I'm now getting up to. It's like, I would love to talk to you about bird boxes. Because they're not normal bird boxes. They've got to be a special design so they can put the cameras inside. You know what I mean? It's like, and then you can watch all the birds in the spring and, do all the thing. I really want to go and get some owl boxes. That's my, I'd love to have a barn owl and a couple of barn owl streams and a few, if we can really, I've seen other people on other, what they've done to do kingfishers. I love a kingfisher. I saw one while we were talking about bird boxes. We're leaning up on this bench, chit-chatting away. And they were like, "Oh, I think that's a robin." And we were walking. We just had started kind of perusing towards that direction, if you get me, right? And we were just chit chatting away near the end. And the closer we got, suddenly it's like, no, that's a kingfisher, and it then flew off, and it was the glisten as it flew away. It was like, bloody hell, that's cool. I haven't seen one of those in months. That's lovely. But I have seen other channels yonks ago. They don't seem to be doing anything with them now, and they've built. Purpose-built banks, fake banks made up like with mud on the front, so that then kingfishers nest inside them, so that you can have the cameras and stuff like that. So, yeah, that would be the cherry on top. After the barn owls and tawny owls, right? Because they're my babies. Not that I have favourites. I don't have favourites, but after them, then that would be kind of like the cherry on top with that project. So, anyway. Very, very nice indeed. So, let's have a butcher's at this. And for the new boys and girls, we do the waffling because the cards aren't ready. One more. Okay, right. So, there we go. So, could we please do a reading on the corrupt shadow rulers of stuttery stuff? Walking people. Knight of Wands. Oh, dear. That felt a bit sinister. Shockingly enough, I'm just flashing a bit of wrist. Calm yourselves, boys and girls. Calm yourselves. It's a modern world. They all. Ooh, naked wrist. So any traffic I can get, to be honest with you. Anyway, the point is, Knight of Wands here feels a bit sinister. Feels a kind of. Not necessarily back to the drawing board, but almost like a doubling down energy. We will get this through, is what I just got. It will go through. It will happen. It almost, it doesn't feel like it's in its reverse state, but it feels like, because in its reverse state, it's kind of anger and rah. It's more of a tantrum kind of energy. Actually, yeah. Okay, so Queen of Cups. Interesting, they're looking towards Queen of Cups. I don't know who that is right now. 8 of Cups. Interesting, they're all kind of bailing. Wish coming true, 9 of Cups. Lots of cups, 8 and 9 as well. Excuse me. So, no, some people are leaving these behind. From the Queen of Cups, it's like, oh, some people can't hack it. That was what, suddenly that came in and it was like, oh, okay. So these, and we have seen a bit of a exodus from Downing Street recently. Quite a lot of people, I think we're in the double digits now of people quitting, leaving the project. But I think it's going to be their downfall. The 8 of Cups, those who know, South Park, I'm getting the Eric Cartman, screw you guys, I'm going home. It's like that kind of energy, right? It feels like this reading's going to be into 2 groups. These are the sinister people. Whoa. I'm doing the voices again. Okay, these people leaving, yes, it's a relief, wish coming true, that kind of thing. But it feels like they're going to, I don't know, either out or leak, or kind of, I'm getting kind of the sense of panorama, dispatches, that kind of energy. Right, so now we've got that sorted. Let's have a look. Let's keep on going. There we go. Sneaky buggers, 7 of Swords. Thieves in the night energy. Sneaky buggers. They think their crap don't stink. It's a very arrogant energy in this corner, right? Oh, I've been told to do this one first and then this one. Okay, this one first. King of Swords. What did I say? The leak. King of Swords. Truth, knowledge, wisdom, clarity, information, data. When we were saying about dispatches or panorama or leaks or data, it very much feels like the King of Swords here feels like media, shockingly enough. Interesting that the King of Swords is looking towards these people. For the new boys and girls, we always look at the triangulation of that's a word, shut up. Triangulation of the cards, what they're touching, that kind of thing. And it's I've never done it before. Well, we've skipped to go back in the center here. So, Ten of Swords. Oh dear. Oh dear, oh dear. So the two groups, Ten of Swords. So, complete breakdown. Okay, this is this could be considered the outing, as it were, but what they're definitely their actions. I'm seeing movements, so it's definitely their actions, not necessarily the outings of the individuals. If you get me so far, remember this is just a snapshot now. This is happening. This has been happening, is happening. There is definitely flow of information here. This sneaky buggers I don't like, but it keeps coming up with this government. Keeps coming up, the Seven of Swords. Seven of Wands, defending their ground. See what I mean? Beyond card. Ooh. For the new boys and girls, we have 4 extra cards in this deck, so which we refer to as the Epic Arcana. Okay, so this one, the Beyond card, is where your soul, your third eye, higher self, higher being are all in alignment. It resonates. You're in the zone, as it were. So for these people to kind of being whistleblowers, speaking out, working with the media of truth, not spin, truth. This is what's happening. This is what's going on. These are the strange deals that are happening. And we're seeing it with the China thing. We're seeing it with all sorts of different, the £740,000 that they think that we've forgotten about, that's like disappeared or wasn't acknowledged or accounted for, or all that kind of stuff. For some reason, I need to remind someone, I don't know who it is, but, you can wave in the comments down below. Just to remind that the Swinny, whatever his name is, right, is the ginger one with the glasses. The started up Labour Together, and the Labour Together didn't voluntarily do anything until he stepped down as the founder, the chairperson, whatever, the head honcho. And it was the lady, I believe it was a lady afterwards, who then discovered what was going on, and she took the organisation and self-reported then. So it wasn't him that self-reported, right? And all this kind of flowing of money. It was her, the next chapter, his replacement. All right. And when he was getting the lawyer kind of legal suggestions that he should report it within 30 days and all those sorts of emails, that was within the first chapter. They then report it. I don't know what that noise is, but it's noisy. What a noisy, buzzy thing that is. It sounds like a putt-putt engine, but I can't see a moped or anything nearby. I'm in the middle of nowhere. But yeah, so that just to clarify that. So they self-reported in chapter 2 under a different leadership, when they discovered it, right? So this here with the Beyond card, they're doing the righteous thing. They're being called to this. Okay? This is not about money. Okay. So, like, for example, and I've been told to actually show this as an example for some strange reason. Maybe it'll pop up later on. But that Emily Maitlis woman, yeah, she's sold a book. She's done a tour, talking tour, right? She's done a film. She sold the rights to a film. She's milked that whole one interview that, you know, she's forever, right? These people are not doing it to sell something. They're doing it because it's the right thing to do. It's a different way. Yeah? So it's just a different calling, if you will. So that it's almost as if these people are just doing it for the right reasons. Yeah? Because it feels like this Seven of Wands is slightly with the Seven of Swords as well, but mainly the Seven of Wands is going to try and smear. Oh, they're just trying to do this for money. They're just trying to do this for this, that. And it's got that element to it. It's got that feeling to it. And that's why I feel like I need to kind of highlight it because of this card here. But they're trapped. They're stuck. The end will be over soon, but it is inevitable, basically. It's this Ten of Swords. It's all crumbling. And then we've got the Three of Cups. That Three of Cups, that Three of Cups feels like these two and some people we're not highlighting in this reading. But it's not a celebration. It's highlighting the community, these people. These are the ones. Yeah? Their involvement in it instead of a celebration. Yay. Yeah? If you get me. So overarching energy, Seven of Cups, desperately trying to find out options, ideas, daydreaming, trying to think of ways out. Nine of Wands, underlying energy, very much defending their ground, like trying to persevere. Wounded warrior, they're down, but they're not out. They're trying to keep this on the tracks. Yeah. But I love this. This side feels really nice. Really nice. Kind of, they're a bit anxious, but nice. It just feels kind of clubbing together. I think there's going to be stories as well of kind of mental abuse and things. It feels like kind of the way things were run, that kind of thing. But within that as well is this truth, this constant kind of data, information. This side feels proper nasty. It's basically a righteous energy, this side. It just doesn't feel nice at all. But the fact that we've got the Ten of Swords slap bang in the middle is beautiful. Bringing this painful cycle to an end. Yeah, I like that. So let's get some gossip with the prediction deck. Now we've got the foundations here. So let's have butchers at this. So how you doing? All right. How's your weekend been? This is the waffling because we've got a shuffle now. Brace yourselves, people. I was reminded by my YouTube algorithm that Time Team is back, right? Excuse me. Time Team has been back for a couple of years now, but it's only on YouTube. If you go to Time Team Official, that is where it is. There's two channels for Time Team. There's Time Team, I believe, just as is. And that is pretty much every episode that was ever on Channel 4 officially is now on YouTube. Then you have Time Team Official, which is then their new, like from their new version since 2022, I want to say. And they've been the same crew, basically, with Patreon support, still continuing on with 2 or 3 digs a year, and it is missed it. I have so missed it. I love Time Team. It's just It's just a nice, snuggle cup of soup with a cup of soup. Do you know what I mean? It's just that sort of, it's nice. You're learning things. Other people are getting dirty on your behalf. It's just like, it's lovely. It's just a nice place to be. And they've done, and I didn't realise they posted these about 4 or 5 months ago as I record this. But they did an extra long dig. I think it was a month-long dig at Sutton Hoo. Who? Yes, Hoe. In where is it? It's Suffolk, and it's quite a profound place. There's quite two or three profound places in the UK. Is that King that burnt the buns? That island? They've done that. Can't remember the name of it, but they've done that twice now. They've done Sutton Hoo, and then obviously Stonehenge, right? And I think that's pretty much like the of archaeology. And yeah, it's amazing that they went back for such an extended period of time. It's a slow dig. It's over 3 episodes, but yeah, I've only got the second one where they think they've found another buried boat from the geophys, and I'm just like, oh wow. But I love that because I don't understand why they keep posting them in the summer months, right? No one's around in the summer months. They should record them like they used to do in the summer, spring, summer, and then they've got some more time to edit them and that kind of thing. And tell you what, you can tell they worked in TV before because the edit is amazing. And then release them about this sort of time. Because it's that nice, homely kind of coming into the hibernation season kind of perfect. So that's what I've been doing amongst talking to people about bird boxes. Solar powered bird boxes, don't you know? Oh yeah, rather. Oh yeah. Only the mod cons for our deployments. Thank you very much. But yeah, one more. Okay. So we just got one more. But yeah, if you haven't checked it out and you go and subscribe to them. They don't need the support in that respect, but it's brilliant. It's like home, you know? Really? We're cutting like that? One card cut. I've never heard that before. Okay. That's what we want to do. So, gossip. Here we go. Knight of Wands. Heavy floods. Yeah, we're in the Labour Party, all right? Always the heavy floods. Queen of Cups. Damage. Interesting that they're comfortable and chill and relaxed and that kind of thing, and more interested in these buggers going. It's almost as if they're not good enough. They were never really part of, almost like a cult. I've been saying that for the last couple of readings, but it's that kind of cult mentality. They were never one of us, really. We're the purest. We're that kind of energy. But the damage, the winds of change. I like that in their nasty corner, the bad corner, naughty corner. The sin bin over here. 8 of Cups. Here we go. Replaced, exchange. They're leaving. Yeah, perfect. Yeah. 9 of Cups. Acting now. Excellent. 7 of Swords. Oh dear, food shortage. This feels like it's more of a nourishment. Yeah, all these buzzwords and flappy faces and that kind of thing, but it feels like there's nothing to, which we know, there's nothing to the speeches, there's nothing to the anything they've done. Yeah, they're not actually doing any changes that everyone keeps shouting about. And so the cupboards are going bare. They're not doing the basic things. They're not calling, they're not doing, number one, here's an idea, Rachel from accounts, here's an idea. If you can't afford to pay for people, right, who work for you, or departments, or Microsoft software licenses, for example, stop using them. Yeah, quit or fire them. Yeah, or get rid of the lease on the building. Yeah, that's what normal businesses and people do. It's not borrow more and tax more. It's shrink the state. There was an interesting fact that, like Kimmy said, that supposedly because of COVID, the government, Whitehall, all that, expanded 500,000 people. So along with what was it? There's different figures for different things. I can't remember if it was 5 billion or 9 billion a year for the boat, all the boat stuff. On top of that, which is not budgeted for, as it were. On top of that, you've now got a government and civil service that is 500,000 people more than it was in 2017, 2016. She didn't say how many people were actually fully in. They don't want to give that much away, do they? But like 500,000 extra people, and it still doesn't work. It's even that's getting worse. What productivity is there? Sorry, I'm on my soapbox again, but it's that kind of energy where nothing makes sense and they're not fixing anything. There's no nourishment to anything they're doing, right? Then we've got the Ten of Swords here. Disclosure. This is over here. No wonder they're in the middle here. I'm getting just squeaky bum time constantly. You know, that noise, right? King of Swords. Truth. Twice. Truth. Knowledge. Information. Data. Twice. Over here. Yeah? The disclosure. Squeaky bum time. They've got nothing they can do towards it. Oh dear. Oh dear, oh dear. 7 of Wands. They're defending themselves from the security cameras. I think this is also part of this disclosure. I don't think it's actually security cameras, but it's this disclosure data information. That the evidence is there, right? Now, the Beyond card. Holding power. Notice it's this side, it's not them. This, once again, are the people that have resigned, actually have a backbone. The media, they're taking control back. Like collectively, the people, working people, everyone's taking control back over here. So holding power down here, because it's based on the truth and the disclosure, like chef kiss. Beautiful, right? Over here, stuck. Don't know what to do. 3 of Cups, strategy planning. Notice the 3 of Cups here, this community, this gathering, are these people, some and some. So plotting, planning over here, it's not a celebration. It's plotting, planning, scheming, as we now know. This is why I like doing the gossip level, because it gives more data to the specifics that we're picking up here energetically and then the original cards and stuff. Overarching energy here, social media, bombardment, underlying energy, controlling the narrative. They're plotting, planning, they're trying to control the narrative, but they just don't get it, right? All they had to do is do what people wanted. If they, this is how, I will get off my soapbox. I'm so sorry. Just blame Cynthia. If they just stopped the boats, if they'd done that first off, if they just stopped the boats, they pretty much could have got away with a lot, I reckon, because that's basically what the change everybody wanted. But the fact that the first thing they did is like, oh, by the way, we're gonna take away the winter fuel. And we're going to do this, and we're going to do that. But it's not now. We're doing it later on. It's like, what else do you think was going to happen? Do you know what I mean? It's how else do you think this was going to go? But they never promised it was going to be good change. They just said change. Remember that. Right, so now we've got this. Here is the outcome. Let's go for the outcome here, baby. Come on. There we go. So, if you haven't already, please subscribe, ding-a-ling that bell, especially if you enjoy the way we read over here and have a little bit of fun and just, like, try and enjoy ourselves in the crazy, you know? If you're not enjoying it, then don't subscribe. It's very simple. It's a life choice. Well done you. Please thummy like. It genuinely helps out the channel so much. It bribes the algorithm. And if you do such a thing, oh my, then please hype as well. That really does help. That's phenomenal. And comment down below if you're reading along and you know who these two people are up here specifically. We know kind of what all these kind of people are, but it's like those two specifically, then please put them in the comments down below. That is also where you can suggest future readings, questions for future readings, like Cynthia did, and also upvote, like 21 people did on this question. You see how it's worked now? It's almost a democracy. I can ignore you anytime I want, but it's almost a democracy. And thank you very much for everyone who does that, because it really generally helps out. It's phenomenal. And yeah, greatest good village. This is how it works, baby. Yeah, because it takes everybody to support everybody. That is what we do. Yeah, I kind of screwed up our trademark kind of like tagline there, didn't I? But that's for the new ones wouldn't know. No, the new ones, shut up. They'll be fine. It's like, okay, I can see what they did there. It's normally better. Sorry, I screwed it up. I misread my lines. So, one more. And then we should be, yes, they feel good. And the cut. And here comes the outcome. Page of Swords. Feeble. Absolutely feeble. That is not even worth my time. Not worth your time. Oh, by the way, I found coffee. Cheers, my dears. That's not worth anyone's time. Because it's basic maths, right? Over here, we've got, remember, the King of Swords. Okay? Truth, knowledge, wisdom, clarity, information, data. Like leaks, emails, Excel spreadsheets, PDF files, whatever. There's loads of stuff, like this vault of knowledge. And they're coming back. The best they can do is a Page of Swords. It's like, why even bother? Do you know what I mean? Why even... I'm just offended that it's just like, nah. It's like, sit down and shut up. Towards them, not us. What? Just don't even bother. Just go away. Now here we go. The Queen of Cups, the Winds of Change. Got to make a choice. Then we've got the Five of Cups. There's a bit of regret there. Obviously, it's the Five of Cups. But with these people, that I think this is the reason why the Eight of Cups. It's almost as if it wasn't for me, this, that, and the other wouldn't have happened. Kind of energy. And I think this is why they're acting now and doing stuff. It's like, this is not what I signed up for. I've done things that, like, morally, ethically, that I thought I would never do. It's that kind of, what's the word I'm looking for? It's the arc. Not resentment arc, the other one. Yeah, that arc. Clearly the coffee hasn't worked. The coffee was a lie. Acting now. There he is. Ace of Wands. This... Ace of Wands is normally kind of like aha moment, light bulb moment, yeah? Ace of Wands, I'm getting the final nail in the coffin. This is after this, like, I'm kind of getting the energy of give them as much rope as they want, because once we yank, which is the Ace of Wands, they're screwed. Like, over this China thing, within a week, and we really need to keep reminding people, within a week, we've gone from no one, no minister, no one, no working people, no one knew about the working people, no one had involvement, no one. And now it's turned, within a week, from one Sunday to the next, it's now suddenly turned into, nothing substantial. There was nothing, there was no substantial, involvement. There was no. So we've gone from none to slight little kind of highlight. We may have perused their desk, but didn't actually do anything, right? So it's this drip, drip, drip movement of Labour trying to manage this. It's just this arrogance. Anyway, but it feels as if all that tomfoolery, because there's all these people that are being recorded, being interviewed from Labour. They're all kind of the cabinet. They're all putting their own nails in the coffin kind of energy for themselves as well, like wrapping themselves up in the rope because of this slow but surely movement over the last week, this next week. And obviously we've got Prime Minister's questions if he's actually finally back in the country. He never is in the country. He's never in. Especially when there's something, serious and he has to actually answer questions. Off he goes. He finds something to do. But yeah, this feels as if on every level, this is yank. Food storage, Two of Pentacles, desperately interesting. That's the scales there, the two, and also two. This is the balancing act, trying to, it's topsy turvy. It's nothing. There's nothing there whatsoever. I don't know why I keep going back to that card. It's just that there's nothing there. In the middle, reviewing the situation. This feels like you and me. Yeah. This feels like the Three of Wands. We are reviewing what's happening here, what's going on here, and nothing makes sense kind of energy. Yes, we've got the disclosure. Yes, we've got the China thing or whatever. But it's like, it feels like there's another step to it. It almost feels like with the Ace of Wands up here, I'm getting the energy of, have we got everybody? It's that sort of energy when that yank the rope. Have we got everybody? It's that kind of... Innocent, King of Swords, Queen of Swords. Wow, 3 times now. 3 times. We've got the King of Swords, we've got the Queen of Swords, we've got Innocence and Truth, we've got... Yeah? So no matter what crap they pull over here, the substantial kind of it. What was her name? Phillipson, Bridget, the one who's education secretary. She's such a pompous sod. Right, anyway. She was on the rounds on Sunday, and it was one of them, because I try and watch as much media as possible from different sides, try and keep out of an echo chamber. And I can't remember which side, which channel, was it Sky News, was it GB News, was it One News, right? Or was it on like BBC or whatever? One of these kind of going round the circle kind of thing, where all these different interviews. One of them said, you've like 25,000 students have gone from the private education to public. How is that going, and all that kind of stuff? She doesn't answer directly, but she did the thing that she does, like when she's in the corner. I don't recognize that figure. And this figure was like from sort of kind of like one of these kind of office of like numbers or something. There's so many offices of numbers. I don't know which one it was. And he's like, "What do you mean? It's from like the Office of National Statistics or whatever." "Oh, I don't recognise that figure." It's like, well, it doesn't matter if you recognise it or not. It's like that's the figure they're saying. Well, what are you gonna? But she blinked. You know, it's that kind of energy that I'm getting here with the Two of Pentacles, people reviewing it. It doesn't make any sense holding people accountable. It's that kind of, it doesn't work. And if you're learning about tarot, notice that this side is Two of Pentacles, cheap. Yeah? There's nothing there. It's a low figure. It's nothing. Page of Swords, cheap. There's nothing there. It's flimsy. Compared to rock solid, King of Swords, Queen of Swords, all looking this direction going, what on earth are you doing? So, Seven of Wands defending their ground again. Notice this is on the disclosure as well. So while you and I are actually reviewing it, they're trying to bat it off, ain't going well. Nine of Wands holding our ground. News agencies, these whistleblowers, everybody's holding their ground here. Yeah, remember, this is also MI5 people, MI6 people, previous security ministers, all sort of like Met Police, all of these individuals, if you agree, or like from Labour, okay, Labour's right, all these people are wrong. Starmer's right, all these people, for the China thing, it's also other stuff as well. But so if they're all wrong, then they're all crap, and then we shouldn't have had them in the first place. Do you see what I mean? It's that kind of, you're saying all of these people that are coming out of the woodwork, all trying to whistleblow and all this kind of stuff, they're all wrong. Couple that with, I think, with some Downing Street people and all that. The momentum's growing. This is why I'm really quite excited by the energy over this side, because it's the wrong people they're going against now. I think this is the main part of this reading. They're going against the wrong people now. The same tactics won't work because it's their own, it's these people's names that are now they're going against. Yeah, and they've got books to sell and talks to do and their reputation to uphold. And you know what I mean? It's that kind of stuff. They're going against the wrong crowd. Final one, King of Cups, Queen of Cups. There is a big shift here. Back to comfortable, calm, peace. There is this huge shift here. That it feels like this strategy, this plot and planning, scheming, is just not going to work. These people are calm and comfortable in their skin. These people just have nothing. Overarching Eight of Cups, running away. Gone from Eight of Cups to Eight of Cups. Underlying in it. Oh, hello. There's loads there. Knight of Cups. Knight of Cups feels like here's some more. This feels like someone else. This feels like a foreigner. This feels like maybe a CIA person. I don't know any other agencies and stuff like around the world, but it's like that sort of other. It could be a member, a former member of what am I trying to say? It's like if it was a CIA person, they know stuff because of the Five Eyes thing. Between America, Canada, UK, Australia, and New Zealand, right? We don't spy on our. This is basically what the Five Eyes is. We don't spy on our own people. We get another country to do it for us. That's basically what the Five Eyes is. So it feels like we're not doing it. I don't know. We may have given access to people's data, but we didn't do it. But it feels like it's someone who was in this echelon kind of thing, who through something like the Five Eyes knows stuff, and they're now putting their name to it as well. Include like It's something like that, but it doesn't feel as if they are. And I don't mean this in any disrespect or anything. They don't feel like they're like a British citizen. They don't feel like they are one of our lads. It feels like someone else's lad or lady, right? And they're now coming up and saying, no, we warned them about this like 6 months or whatever, right? We saw the reports coming through from our agents. We reported it to them and they did nothing. It's that sort of energy here. And it's out of their control. But this 8 of Cups here, it almost feels like rats running from the ship. These ones up here felt as if they've had enough morally, ethically, honourably. This is against everything they stand for. We're moving away from this. This is ridiculous, right? This feels like more of a rampage. Trying to exit, trying to hide their tail between their legs, run away before everything falls, sort of energy. Interesting. And no matter what they do to deflect, they're stuck. And this very much feels as if, I can't remember which reading it was the other day, where I said, I'm surprised that the 8 of Swords hasn't come out. And then we had the imprisonment card came out from the Kipper deck. But it just feels as that sort of, we're heading towards that direction. But at the moment, these people are basically trying to get the low-hanging fruit to shut it up. These people know where the real bodies are buried and who did it and why. And this comes back to the 5 of Cups feels like there's a bit of gift message of discern. I was shuffling and they like went a bit squiffy and I just stopped and that's what we got here. Gift, message of concern. There's something. This just feels like it's got Mandelson's sticky fingers all over it. You know? Somehow. I don't know why. Because I felt like the funding thing, the £740,000 that just wasn't accounted for. Oopsie. That all just happened to go to Starmer. That had the energies of Lord Mandelson all over it, right? But there's some sort of nudge. Wealthy man. What happened in the family room stays in the family. Oh dear, bad health. It just feels like this wealthy man here could be what I'm picking up here as Lord Mandelson. What's behind the scenes is rotten. Is what I'm getting here. What's going on is absolutely rotten, and it's beyond Downing Street. But it feels as if it's more of a nudge. Yeah, it doesn't feel as if it's. It doesn't feel as if it's like. So I'm receiving crap. Like substantial. It's almost as if, when you've got like a snowball at the top of a hill and then you kind of give it a nudge and it builds and builds. It's one of those strategic nudges just to kind of really get it moving. That's what I'm getting here. Overarching at change. Yeah. Why can people change? Mature man. This doesn't feel like a person. This feels more like the Labour Party of old. Kind of, this is how it should be. The change happening here. There's some sort of almost this Blairite 2.0, 3.0 is so rotten that like the core is going back to how Labour used to be. And but there's definitely this nudge, this like tap, this push. What is going on here? Sorry, I'm intrigued about this tap, this nudge, and then we'll finish it off. But let's use the cartoon clarity deck because we haven't used them for a little while. What's this nudge? This nudge. This Three of Cups, stubbornness, walking blindly into the madness, cursed. Well, that's just Labour in general. Yeah? Hoity-toity, kind of quite literally champagne socialists. Stubbornness. Oh, everything's fine. La, 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 la. Blindly walking into the craziness. Can't see what they're doing. Cursed. Absolute misfortune, collapse. Libation, perseverance, protest. This is literally what we've been talking about before. This is the Beyond card, the perseverance pushing through. Protest. It feels as if that doesn't feel like actual protest. That feels like some sort of like legal thing. I think this is what I'm trying to get to. What is this nudge? What is this push? Yeah? I've been told two more. Triumph. They're trapped. Yeah, it's a legal thing. It's almost as if the energy I'm getting here, or the image I'm getting here, is like, obviously it wouldn't be Lord Mandel, obviously. Obviously, we're not saying it is, but there's a highlighter pen and there's some paperwork and they're just highlighting certain things. And they just accidentally, it's like, you do know you can't do that because of this here, right? It's like digital IDs. I am appalled with the fact that people haven't shut this down so quickly because it is illegal in the UK under the Identity Documents Act of 2010. It is completely illegal. It is literally section 2, like the second paragraph. We've got the introduction paragraph. This is what we want to do in this, like, yeah. And then it's like paragraph 2. The secretary, like, no Secretary of State can issue any ID of any form in any way from this date forward since 2010, right? So it's basically no one can issue a digital ID. No one can issue any ID in any form, in any way, shape or form. Okay? So it's completely illegal, and yet no one's mentioned it. No one's mentioned it. Very, very odd. Overarching energy. Val. This feels like almost like a mutter under the breath. Your downfall kind of energy. I'll get you and your little dog too. That kind of thing. Yeah? Is that feeling of kind of a promise, and it's kept. Underlying energy. Sweetheart, which is actually quite nice. It does feel quite nice. It's like for the greater good kind of energy. For the country I believe in kind of thing. We've gone too far. We're trying to bring it back. But this feels like scorned. I promise I'm going to do blah, blah, blah. To bring it back to how things used to be, or, you know, we've talked about this before in a previous reading. It's kind of like taking the best bits of a previous time and then asserting them now kind of thing, and trying to bring it back together a bit. Anyway, I'm going to leave it here for now because this feels like proper legalese kind of thing. This doesn't feel like the court case that's collapsed. This feels like additional cases. This feels like really like purposely focusing on people. But triumph, victory, success. And then they're trapped. Right? Everyone here who's trying to balance everything, trying to make choices and decisions and everything else that are just nothing there, they're trapped. They can't get out of it. And this goes back, and I've just been this is being highlighted to me because we mentioned it at least 6 months ago, maybe a bit longer than that. That there was a reading that we were talking about how kind of people getting their comeuppance, people finally, because there was so lax, and because they're part of their team, or we don't go after people, we don't like cause and effect, and that's got to this point. This is finally reasserting. This has gone so far, so beyond, that now it's reasserting the law. It's like, you can't do this. Cause and effect. That people you reap what you sow. Yeah, this is what I'm getting here with the trap. This is where we're going now. It's finally the corrupted is now being purified. It's that kind of, which goes back to the Pluto in Aquarius that I keep on bashing on about. Yeah. And the fact that we're getting the back office staff, we're getting the headliners, we're getting and they're all getting cleared out, which is really nice. I love how the fact that it's all kind of coming together. It's like we're literally, I know that we're like in Titanic, and we're like Jack. We're not even Kate Winslet on the big old, there's space for two, love, honestly. You didn't eat much in the buffet. But it's Jack kind of up to his head, up to his nostrils with water kind of thing, but still kind of there, if you get me. It's just like we're not under, we've not gone under yet. Yeah, we're still holding on, and I think that's the point where it's that we're now almost as if the tank of water they're actually filming in, the water is suddenly kind of rushed away, and they were, we can breathe again. Yeah. So that's what I'm getting here. This is where it's heading, is that we're almost at the cusp of drowning as a society, and it just, the plug is pulled, and like all the water rushes away, and we're kind of like, we sink back down to the floor again, kind of thing. All right. So just chill. Try and breathe. I know it's easier said than done, and try and have some fun as we go. Put the humor back into life a bit. Yeah. But until next time, where we do this crazy shenanigans. Oh, yeah, by the way, subscribe, dingling the bell if you enjoyed it. Like, thummy, hype, all that rabbit. Do YouTube things, right? Do the YouTube stuff. But until next time, where we'll do this crazy shenanigans all over again. Take care. Look after yourself. Be well. And thank you for your company. I'll speak to you soon. See you later. Ta-ra.